Hello everybody, welcome to this fireside chat with Courtney Franco from ImagineSoftware. Courtney Franco is our co-chair of our membership and marketing committee here at EDPMA. Courtney, thank you for taking the time to talk with me today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. And thank you for warming me up.
Of course, It feels great, right?
It's
a little chilly outside.
Better.
So let's talk about EDPMA and our strategic goals, especially as it relates to membership and marketing. What can you tell me about what's going on in that space for us?
Sure. So obviously on the membership and marketing side, we're very metrics driven,
Yes.
right? We want to continue to grow the organization. But one of the things that I think is a really important member benefit that maybe isn't taken advantage of, which we're always trying to educate our members on, right, is the fact that your organization is a member of EDPMA. Everyone in your organization has access to those member benefits,
Yes.
right? So it's not an individual membership that Courtney has, it's an organizational benefit for everyone. So what we'd like to see and what we'll be driving for in 2025 and just continuing to educate our membership on is that they have access to those benefits and to get deeper penetration within our member organizations that we have now.
It's so important. I know this morning during our new member first time attendee breakfast, we were talking just about that, right?
Yes.
Because EDPMA is a trade association, which is unique, right? Organizations to our members, all the employees get the same benefits. And so it's really important. So thank you for bringing
That's
that
even
up.
a unique benefit across trade organizations.
Yes.
So, our company belongs to a number of different trade organizations to support the business of medicine, if you will. But here at EDPMA, that's one of the hallmarks is that even on the board of directors, when we talk about that, regardless of the size of the organization, every board seat is just one vote.
Right.
Right? So it's a level playing field here. Everybody's contributions matter and they're important, and everyone has different skill sets that we're trying to exploit, if I'm being candid, right? Like Randy Pilgrim's skill set is much different than mine,
Yes.
but we need both.
Exactly, of course. Now, in terms of looking ahead, specific projects, initiatives, programs, what does that look like as we move forward?
Sure. I mean, there's always an emphasis on advocacy, right, with the organization, and that's tremendously important. From my purview, where I sit, I strategically would just like to get more leadership into the organization.
Yes.
And build our bench, right? The scope of work for EDPMA is certainly not contracting, right? It's only getting more complex, and we need
Right.
more people. We need more help. And we need folks that are engaged and passionate about the specialty and preserving essentially the safety net of our country.
Yes.
To weigh in and contribute to these big issues.
You know, we had a discussion earlier during our awards and advocacy lunch where we were talking about how much is changing and how important it is that we're on top of that, especially when it comes to navigating our field and, helping out our membership. So really important stuff there. Thank you for bringing it up, Courtney. On a personal note, let's talk about you. What motivates you to do what you do?
With EDPMA, it's so easy to be motivated and engaged. You can feel the energy in the room.
Yes.
And I am by no stretch of the imagination one of the most productive people in the room, which is what motivates me, right? Is seeing those folks out there doing not only their day jobs, but this is a volunteer organization. So anything that any member is doing, they are giving to the organization of their time, which is everyone's most valuable asset, right?
Yeah.
So what motivates me is just being surrounded by people who are of a higher caliber than me, and it just, all boats rise, right? So it's just an incredible energy here. This is one of my most favorite conferences every single year, and I think it's incredibly important for folks to be here.
Now, what would you say to somebody who has never been to a solution summit before, or maybe on the fence about coming to?
Outside of like shame on you.
Yeah, right.
Okay. I would just say that, right, is
Yeah.
that everyone in the organization is very approachable. I've been
Yes.
involved with EDPMA for probably 10 years, sat on the sidelines for a few years, right, and just kind of watched and tried to navigate the landscape. But everyone is so approachable that if you want to meet someone, if there's a topic that you're interested in or a topic that you need help with, just connect with anyone in leadership, any committee chair, any board member, anyone from our management group, and they'll connect you with the right people. So, post-COVID, right, I think we all understand how incredibly valuable and important it is to be physically present with people.
Yes.
And no amount of virtual interaction will ever replace that. So just being here is incredibly important to establish those relationships and then take those going forward into the remainder of the year.
Exactly, and that actually leads into my next question for you is EDPMA is more than just Solution Summit. And so why should organizations become members of EDPMA?
Oh, great question. There are so many resources that EDPMA provides. Aside from the advocacy and the education component, we have all of these opportunities to network with your peers. It's very critical, right, for us to understand what the different issues are facing regional groups, right? Are you seeing the same thing in California that we're seeing in Michigan, that we're seeing in North Carolina? And bringing all of those parties together throughout the year is really what moves the needle and makes sure that we're all talking from the same hymnal, right? And then just really having whatever resources you need at your fingertips. So the toolkits that are on the website, we have various webinars throughout the year. We have the RCM workshop in December, all incredible value to the membership.
So if you're not a member,
shame on you. No, call me. But honestly, in membership and marketing, we just want to welcome everyone.
Yes.
And I'm really looking forward actually to reaching out to some of those folks who maybe forgot about us this year. We'll do that together.
Exactly. Well, Courtney, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Have a good night.
Thank you for having me.